Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this video, I want to start off on a new area. We have a little bit about this, but not a lot, and that is on negotiation and settlements. Negotiations, you can think of them, you might not even realize that you're negotiating, but just about every day you're negotiating something. If you're a mom, you're negotiating, are you going to get the kids in the car on the way to daycare or school on time? Are they going to eat their vegetables? Are you going to have your older kids get their homework done? If you're a kid, are you going to get to go out for your party? If you are in a divorce, are you going to get the child support that you want or the visitation that you want? On and on and on, all the way up to, are you going to get a raise? Are you going to get a lawsuit settled? So there's small negotiations and there are big ones, but the principles for them are basically the same. And that's what I want to talk about today. Now, you need to look at it for successful negotiation. You need to look at your side and the other side. Now, sometimes it might not think that there is another side. It might be you against the machine or you against the system. Well, the system or the machine or there is another side, and there is something, either a rule, a guideline, a parameter, a barrier, something that you're trying to either get close to or pass to get what you want. So you need to recognize what are those barriers, what are those boundaries or limitations, and then why. If you can know a little bit about the why, then you're going to give yourself a leg up and give yourself something to work from in order to get around that why or overcome it. Say that you are in a different category or that barrier doesn't apply to you because of a variety of reasons. Think of a kid negotiating a later bedtime. If kids even have bedtimes, I don't know. But they want to stay up late and they want to do something, or somebody wants to go to a party. Well, the rule last summer was you have to be home by 9:30, and this event is going past that, so you might as well not even get to go because you won't be able to get out of there, the event or concert or something, and get home on time. Well, maybe last summer you were 12 years old. This year you're 13. Maybe there's a difference. Maybe there were different situations, different circumstances. So the situation needs to be evaluated, and then for you, on any principle that you need to negotiate or a particular matter, you need to think about three things. What do you want? Now, a 3-year-old wants a cookie, and they're going to want a cookie no matter what. They're going to stomp around, and it's going to be my way or the highway. They're 3, they lose, okay? Unfortunately, some people never get over that, and they act like that all the time. Not terribly effective. They're probably not going very far, very fast. So you want to know what you want. Put it out there. You never know. You don't get something unless you ask for it. But realistically speaking, the next thing you need to think about is what do you need and why? And that can help you make a variety of decisions, from staying in a job or quitting a job to staying in a marriage to, resolving a piece of litigation and going to court or settling, a variety of things. And then the last thing is, what will you accept? It might be that you have an overall goal. You're not going to be able to get there on the first try, but you can make some progress. Now, I have another video, actually a couple of them, talking about this and the context of getting a raise. So if you're interested in how to get a raise, look over there. We have them for both the revenue generators and for support people. And the principles I'm talking about here in general, but those are more specific, so you can check those out if you're interested. But in any type of a negotiation, what do you want? What do you need? Some people don't quite know the difference between those, but what do you need? And then what will you accept? In our profession, we say, in the context of a litigation, a lawsuit, or other big dispute, when people are getting it resolved, we say that the most successful ones are where everybody gets something and nobody's completely happy. That may not sound great, but again, it's what will you accept. So you need to know those as the foundation for being able to then make your case and maneuver and do the give and take and bargaining in order to reach a resolution. Because ultimately, negotiation is in order to reach a resolution and a compromise. So give and take is implicit in that process. So if you want to know what the boundaries are on the other side. What can they do? What can't they do? What will they do? What won't they do? What do they need? What will they accept? Different situations will let you know different pieces of that puzzle. Sometimes you won't be able to know the pieces of that puzzle on the other side until you actually engage with that other side, and you can kind of determine those boundaries and places that they're soft that you can negotiate against and kind of maneuver. I'll talk about that in a separate video, but I just wanted you to know these basics so that you can think about it for yourself first, because you have to be sure and clear about yourself before you're going to be able to actually make a deal on anything. You don't want to go in there and make it up, wing it, or be wishy-washy. So think about that in advance. Then you can plan your attack with your goal in mind. And who knows, you may get everything you want, but at least hopefully you'll get something that's acceptable to you, either for the short term or the long term.